Hello sports fans, welcome to Super Sports Central. Today, we're going to be going over my Week 1 NFL predictions. Starting things off on Thursday Night Football with the NFL season opener, we've got the Chiefs hosting the Lions. So we will have a live watch party for this game starting about 8:10 Eastern Time on Thursday, so I hope to see you guys there. But the Chiefs, they're the defending Super Bowl champions, but they won't have it easy to open the season, because they face a Lions team that should be good this year. The Chiefs also might be without two of their best players, because Travis Kelce suffered a hyperextended knee in practice, and is currently listed as questionable, and star defensive tackle Chris Jones is holding out wanting a new contract. So the Lions, they're going to need to be able to stop Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, and while they did improve their defense over the offseason, it is no easy task to stop the best player in the NFL and a really good Chiefs offense. I have the Chiefs beating the Lions in the season opener by a score of 34-24. Moving to the games on Sunday, starting off with the Panthers visiting the Falcons. So this is a game that could go either way between two teams that probably won't be great this year. For the Panthers, Bryce Young will make his NFL debut, and now the Falcons, they're an improved team, and if Desmond Ridder is good, the Falcons actually have a pretty good chance to win the NFC South. And even if Desmond Ridder isn't good this week, I still think the Falcons should be able to get the win because their run game should be able to carry the offense, even if the passing game doesn't quite get going. So I've got the Falcons getting the win here by a score of 23-17. Next game, we've got the Browns hosting the Bengals. So this is a very interesting game. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow will be good to go after he suffered a calf injury early in training camp. Now, the Bengals' offensive line does have a very tough task of stopping an elite Browns pass rush with Myles Garrett and Za'Darius Smith. Now, the Browns could actually be really good this year, especially if Deshaun Watson returns to his old Houston self. But the Bengals, they're probably the better team here. And with the if for Deshaun Watson, that is a big if. So I've got the Bengals getting the win 30-24. I would not be shocked at all if the Browns come out on top. Next game, we've got the Colts hosting the Jaguars. So Anthony Richardson will make his NFL debut here for the Colts, and I think Anthony Richardson is going to make the Colts an extremely difficult team to predict, because there's going to be some games where he is great and leads the Colts to victory, and there's other games where he's just going to be absolutely awful. Now, the Colts offense won't have it easy against a solid Jaguars defense with a rookie quarterback and no Jonathan Taylor, and it won't really be a great offensive performance for the Colts. The Jaguars, they're the better team. They add Calvin Ridley to an already really good passing attack, and the Jaguars should easily get the win, 31-17. Next game, we've got the Vikings hosting the Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers will be starting Baker Mayfield at quarterback after he won the quarterback battle between himself and Kyle Trask, and he will face a new-look Vikings defense. Now, the Vikings defense was terrible last year, but they hired Brian Flores as their defensive coordinator, and they brought in players like Marcus Davenport and Byron Murphy to boost the defense. Now, I don't think the Vikings defense will be great, especially right away, so the Bucs could have a chance in this game, especially if they're able to score, because as I said, I don't really think the Vikings defense is all that great. And I think the Buccaneers defense is going to be pretty good, but I think Justin Jefferson is just way too good, and the Vikings passing attack is going to end up doing enough and helping the Vikings get the win, and the Vikings get the win in a close game by a score of 26-21. Moving on, we've got the Saints hosting the Titans. So this is one of the toughest games for me to predict in Week 1. For the Saints, they're going to be pretty good offensively with Derek Carr at quarterback and a healthy receiving core. Now, I know they don't have Alvin Kamara, but they should still be pretty good on the offensive side of the football. Now, I think this game could come down to the Saints' ability to stop Derrick Henry and the Titans' rushing attack. I could truly see this game going either way. I've seen a lot of people pick the Saints, but I'm going to take the Titans here, winning on the road by a score of 22-20. Next game is the Steelers hosting the 49ers. So this is the battle between two second-year quarterbacks in Brock Purdy for the 49ers and Kenny Pickett for the Steelers. Now, both second-year quarterbacks will have help from a good defense, but I do have worries about the Steelers and their ability to protect Kenny Pickett from Nick Bosa and a really good 49ers pass rush. And with that being a big factor in this game, I'm going to take the 49ers, but I also think the 49ers are the better team, and Brock Purdy has a better supporting cast offensively, so the 49ers get the win here 24-13. Moving on, we've got the Commanders hosting the Cardinals. So the Cardinals might actually go 0-17 this year. They are awful. And they have wanted to keep their starting quarterback a secret between Josh Dobbs and Clayton Tune, but it will be Josh Dobbs starting, even though I think it should be the rookie Clayton Tune so they actually know what they have with him. But Dobbs is the starter, and he's going to face a good Commanders defense. Now, offensively for the Commanders, they have a new face at quarterback in Sam Howell, and there was a lot of unknowns with Howell at quarterback. He only played one game last year, and he was good in that game, but it's just one game. Now, I don't really think the Commanders' offense is going to need to do a whole ton, because the Cardinals are terrible, and I've got the Commanders getting the win here by a score of 17-6. Moving on, we've got the Ravens hosting the Texans. So this is probably the easiest Week 1 game. I like what the Texans have, and they've set themselves up for the future with a lot of promising young players. but the Ravens are a lot better. They were a playoff team last year. They've got a healthy Lamar Jackson at quarterback, and this should be pretty easy for the Ravens. I've got them winning 27-14. Moving on, we've got the Packers visiting the Bears. So this is another game that is very difficult to predict. The Jordan Love era will begin for the Packers, and the Packers offense has a pretty tough task facing an improved Bears defense. Now, the Packers defense should be good, but they will have a big challenge in facing what I think should be a good Bears offense, because we already know Justin Fields can run, and I think with the addition of DJ Moore at wide receiver, I think Justin Fields will take a big step forward as a passer this season, which could start this week. So the Packers defense won't have an easy task. I could truly see this game going either way. I'll take the Packers in an extremely tight game, 24-23. Moving on, we've got the Raiders visiting the Broncos. So Sean Payton makes his coaching debut for the Broncos, and we'll see if he's been able to fix Russell Wilson. And even if he hasn't been able to fix Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson's still terrible, I think the Broncos should be able to get the win because of their defense, and I just don't really think the Raiders are all that good. Broncos win this one 20-16. Next game, we've got the Patriots hosting the Eagles. So the Eagles are going to be really good once again. They lost some key players in free agency, but I still think they should be one of the best teams in the NFL. Now, the Patriots could make this close because they are a pretty solid team on both sides of the ball. I think their offense should be a lot better now that they finally got rid of Matt Patricia and actually hired a competent offensive coordinator in Bill O'Brien. But I think the Eagles are just a better team, the more complete team. While the Patriots are good, the Eagles are just a lot better, and the Eagles win this game in a close win by a score of 24-20. Moving on, we've got the Dolphins headed to LA to take on the Chargers. So this should be a really, really, really good game. Both teams have great offenses, and a lot of points should be scored. Another key thing for both teams is, for the most part, they're both healthy. The Chargers won this matchup last week, and I think they're going to win this game once again because the Chargers are healthy, and I think the Chargers, when healthy, have a top 5 roster in the NFL. And I think their defense will also be able to stop or slow down a explosive Dolphins offense, and we already know the Chargers offense is capable of putting up points as well. I've got the Chargers winning this one in a highly entertaining 33-30 battle. Next game, we've got the Seahawks hosting the Rams. So the Seahawks are the better overall team here, but the Rams, they could be solid because offensively they're going to be better because Matthew Stafford is back healthy, although Cooper Kupp is out this week with a hamstring problem. Then defensively for the Rams, they lost 10 of 11 starters. The only starter they didn't lose was Aaron Donald, so the Rams, they're very young defensively, which could lead to some early season problems. But the Seahawks, they're coming off a great season from last year. I think they should be really good once again. I've got them winning by a score of 29-17. Next game is Sunday Night Football, and that is the Giants hosting the Cowboys. So we will have a live watch party for this game starting about 8:10 Eastern Time on a Sunday. But this is another game I could truly see going either way. The Giants, they were good last season, and they made some really nice additions to the team over the offseason. And I think they should be good once again. For the Cowboys, this is a tough way to start the season on the road against a tough divisional opponent. The Giants' offensive line will need to play well and keep Michael Parsons out of the backfield. This is a game I could truly see going either way. This is a game where I've got an upset happening, giving the Giants 27-23. And our final game, Monday Night Football, the Jets hosting the Bills. So we will also have a live watch party for this game, and that will start at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, or about 15 minutes before kickoff. So this is another true coin flip. The Jets, obviously a much improved team, traded for Aaron Rodgers, and he's really going to take this team to the next level. Now, the Jets' defense is also elite and could make life rough for the Bills' offense, but this is a game I could truly see going either way. It's the first game for the new look Jets, and it might take them some time to get going. Plus, the Bills have experience in some of these big games between two really good teams. I've got the Bills winning by a score of 30-28, but this is going to be a great game, one I could truly see going either way. And I've got the Bills starting off the season 1-0, defeating their division rival, the Jets. But those are my Week 1 NFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other videos or any of our live streams for our live watch parties. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my predictions, disagree, and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.